protects, and lets your data move fearlessly through the clouds means more than ever. Cloud with confidence. See how at Cisco.com. Cisco.
We had never used a contractor before and didn't know where to start.
At Angie's List, you'll find reviews on everything from home repair to healthcare, written by people just like you.
No company can pay to be on Angie's List, so you can trust what you're reading.
Angie's List is like having thousands of close neighbors where I can go ask for personal recommendations.
That's the idea.
Before you have any work done, check Angie's List.
From roofers to plumbers to dentists and more, Angie's List. Reviews you can trust.
I love you, Angie. Sorry, honey.
An accident doesn't have to slow you down. Introducing Better Car Replacement, available only from Liberty Mutual Insurance. If your car is totaled, we give you the money to buy a car that's one model year newer with 15,000 fewer miles on it. There's no other auto insurance product like it. Better Car Replacement, available only from Liberty Mutual. It's a better policy that gets you a better car. Call 888-718-5644 or visit one of our local offices today, and we'll provide the coverage you need at the right price. Liberty Mutual Auto Insurance. Responsibility. What's your policy?
HLN Tonight, a model family torn apart. Family members tell Joy who they believe is responsible for their mother's death. HLN Tonight, 10 Eastern.
Will Top Mom Casey Anthony's party girl behavior come in at her murder trial?
A Nancy Grace special, tomorrow night at 8, only on HLN.
Living without her is just, it's not a life.
That's Donna Joe's father in 2009 talking about what it's like living without his daughter. Donna was killed in 2007 by a sex offender, her promising future gone. Now that man, that killer, is about to be released from prison 3 years early. Back with me is Neely Joe, Donna's mom, and joining us, Wendy Murphy, former prosecutor and author of Justice for Some. And that's what we're talking about here. There's no justice in this case, Wendy. Wendy, this is Neely's daughter, 19 years old, straight A student, going to school, puts an ad out for some math tutoring. That's how this creep ends up in her life. What can you say, Wendy, to Neely tonight about justice, about what needs to be changed, on how a 3-time convicted sex offender can kill someone and walk out of prison early? He's not even serving this skimpy 5-year sentence.
Yeah, well, you know, Vinny, I'm not sure I have any words of comfort, but I will say this. I'm awfully proud of you because your daughter certainly seems like a lovely woman who did not deserve to die. And what you're doing is important, not only in her honor, but for all women, because this country has an ugly history of giving out discounts to people who prey on women and children, and this is a bad example of it. And the more you speak out on behalf of your daughter, the less likely the system can get away with these injustices. I'll say this, Vinny, who in the prosecutor's office thought giving a guy a discount to 5 years was a good idea to begin with, given his record, right? That's the kind of guy where you know he's a predator, you know he's a recidivist offender. You throw the book at him, period, plus a human life is gone. I don't get the discount to begin with.
Part of the problem, Wendy, is he's getting the benefit of getting rid of the evidence. Donna was never found.
You don't give rewards for that.
But he ends up getting it because it makes the case weaker. Neely, before we run out of time here, I want to tell us a little bit about Donna, because I want people to have a memory of her that's not related to this creep. Tell me something about your daughter, Donna, Neely.
Donna is my youngest kid. She was 19 years old. She was full of life, loving person, compassionate person, wanted to help everybody. She is very smart. And she just made a mistake believing, trusting someone that she didn't know. That was only fault she had. And this guy that just responded to her ad, put the younger picture, showed her younger picture, and when he talked with a younger voice, so my daughter never knew the true face of she didn't see him. I'm sorry.
Well, Neely.
And then this guy, the one thing I wanted to say here, that this guy is getting money sitting in jail. Where this money is coming from, that we love to know and find out who is paying for
Neely,
this
we're
guy.
out of time, but God bless you and your family. Wendy Murphy, thank you so much. More Prime News straight ahead.
Medicare. It doesn't cover everything, and what it doesn't cover can cost you some money. That's why you should consider an AARP Medicare Supplement Insurance Plan insured by United Healthcare Insurance Company. All Medicare supplement insurance plans can help pay some of what Medicare doesn't, so you could save thousands of dollars in out-of-pocket expenses. Call now for this free information kit and Medicare guide. If you're turning 65 or you're already on Medicare, you should know about this card. It's the only one of its kind endorsed by AARP. See if it's right for you. All Medicare supplement plans let you keep your own doctor or hospital that accepts Medicare. There are no networks and no referrals needed. Help protect yourself from some of what Medicare doesn't pay and save up to thousands of dollars in potential out-of-pocket expenses with an AARP Medicare Supplement Insurance Plan insured by United Healthcare Insurance Company. Call this toll-free number on your screen now for this free information kit, including this Medicare guide and customized rate quote.
Real men don't buy girls.
Power couple Ashton Kutcher and Demi Moore on Piers Morgan. CNN tonight, 9 Eastern.
Quarterback Tim Tebow's t-shirt is cooler than yours. Introducing Jockey Stay Cool. Proven technology to help keep you cooler all day.
Man, you gotta feel this shirt.
Stay Cool underwear for men and women.
From Jockey, the true original.
Oh, he's cute. More into the athletic type. Didn't your friend set you up with an athlete? So, darts is a real sport?
I don't know. Is it a real sponsor? I'm getting stupid loose.
Wow, stretching? Really? Go!
Mountaintop!
Yeah, I think I'm gonna stick to Zoosk for dating.
Zoosk, the online dating site that lets you date your way, whether you want to browse, flirt, or find your soulmate. Zoosk.com.
Controversy, opinion, point of view. This is Prime News.
You're looking at live pictures where a community has come together to remember 3 children killed after their mother drove the family minivan right into the Hudson River. One of those children survived, and the woman that helped that 10-year-old get to help will speak with Jane Velez Mitchell. That's coming up at the top of the hour. Don't miss it. Issues with Jane Velez Mitchell.
I noticed something that looked white, and there was, I don't know what it is. I'm not telling you it's, Kaylee or anything of that nature.
That 911 call was made by meter reader Roy Kronk on August 11th, 2008. Caylee Anthony's remains wouldn't be found until he makes another call 4 months later. We're counting down to the start of Casey Anthony's murder trial now, folks, just 25 days away. And today, we're focusing on the search for little Caylee. But why was her body not discovered when Roy Kronk made that first 911 call? Multiple searches in the area turned up nothing, but here you have a meter reader who spotted the body not once, but twice. Could Caylee's remains have been found sooner? And how would that impact this murder trial? Join me now to talk about this. All right, Casey Jordan, criminologist and contributor for In Session on our sister network, True TV. Criminal defense attorney, Jaya Bellini, and HLN law enforcement analyst, Mike Brooks. Good evening, everyone. And this is so frustrating to me. Okay, you've got a meter reader, okay? He's not an investigator. He's not some sort of gumshoe out there. This is a meter reader who finds something in the area that is the closest wooded area to Casey Anthony's house and calls 911 once, twice, 3, And it takes 4 times for them to finally find what he spotted. Mike Brooks, I don't understand how an investigator can get a call to this area that is so close to the Anthony home. It's the first wooded area.
Yep.
If you go from her house, less than a quarter of a mile, but it's the first area. And he says, I see something. And they come out and they don't find it, Mike.
They came out on, he didn't meet an officer on August 11th, but he called again to a tip line on August 12th at around 9 o'clock. It was dark. They didn't send anybody out, but somebody did take the call. Then he called again on the 13th, and 2 deputies, Vinny, 2 deputies came out there, one of them being Richard Kane, who was no longer with the Orange County Sheriff's Office, and Deputy Kane was out of service for 40 minutes, went back in those woods, came back out and said, oh, there's snakes, this kind of thing. Didn't find anything. And Vinny, there was no water back there at that time.
That's key. That is key. I'm glad you brought that up, Mike. Let's take a look now. I want you to take a look at a timeline here, okay? August 11th is when he makes this initial call. Roy Kronk, okay, calls 911. If we could take a look at that timeline, folks. There it is. Calls 911 to report something August 11th, okay? Now, we move 1 week later, August 18th and 19th. What happens? Tropical Storm Faye hits Orlando, dumping 8 inches of rain into the area. I was at that area. That area is below the level of the street, Casey Jordan. That washes everything out. I mean, if investigators get there when Kronk makes the first call or his second call or his third call on the 11th, 12th, or 13th, there's a great they're going to get some evidence, Casey.
Yeah, there's no doubt that the forensic evidence would have been better had it not been submerged under the water that happened due to the hurricane a week after Mr. Kronk called. To his credit, I have to say, a lot of people have been very speculative about, whoa, well, you know, why did he keep calling? Of course, the defense theory is maybe he knows something about the body being placed there. But really, if he was a weekend warrior who wanted to really be a hero, he would have gone after what he had noticed in the woods himself, opened the plastic bag himself. So you have to give him a lot of credit for continuing to call and knowing that the evidence could be destroyed. And really, this is going to be used by the defense in the trial to argue that the evidence
this makes the case
irreparably tainted.
So much weaker. Take a listen now to the third call made by Roy Kronk. This is the one on August 13th, okay? Because he goes there on the 11th, calls, and he doesn't connect with Adriana Acevedo from the investigator's office who comes out there. Then it's too dark on the 12th, but then the 13th, he calls again.
There's no streets here. It's just swamp on either side of the road.
Can you go back to the intersection of Suburban and Hope Spring and wait for them there? Is that the nearest intersecting street to where you are?
Jordan, if they come around the corner, they can see me sitting here.
Yeah, it's not hard to find anyone on that intersection, okay? It's not a busy intersection. It's very easy to spot someone there. Jaya, I've got to ask you here now. The defense is going to make a big deal about the lack of physical evidence here, and they have a point. They have a point. And I think this is where the case could be lost for the prosecution. The fact that if that body was in fact there when Roy Kronk first called 911, there's so much more evidence that's going to be recovered. Evidence that's not underwater for 4 months. I can't hear Jaya. Can you guys hear Jaya? Okay, I can't hear Jaya. Okay, Jaya, as soon as we get the mic fixed, I definitely want to hear what you have to say about this. Let's take a listen to Roy Kronk. Why don't we do that? Roy Kronk addressed the media, actually, and spoke with GMA. He was talking about how he was treated on the 13th when Officer Kane came out. Take a listen from Good Morning America.
I would say he was kind of rude to me. And I just didn't really, I'm trying to help out, I'm trying to be a nice guy, and instead I'm catching all this, so I just didn't care anymore.
They were rude to him. My goodness. I mean, wasn't the world looking for Caylee Anthony at that time, Mike Brooks? And here's a guy who's got a tip, okay? A tip that's less than a quarter of a mile from from the Anthony house, Mike. This is unforgivable.
No, it is. And that's why Deputy Kane is no longer with the department, because they looked into this and found that, he was basically, he screwed up. And it was something they thought he should be terminated for. There was another deputy out there, too. Apparently, that deputy did not go back into woods. But, Vinny, they were out, I looked at, the run card, if you will, and they were out for 40 minutes. He was out at a certain